So it's a new day. It is Saturday. Yesterday I was going to do the rewiring. I managed to do the bed frames. And then last night I went and studied the wiring guide. So they send out the wiring guide. This page here is basically the distances between the appliances, and then what size cable you need and fuses, etc. So kind of worked that out. So today just going to measure the distances between the appliances and the power supply, and then start running the cables around the van. So that's pretty much what it's going to look like today. I don't know how long the wiring is going to take. It could take the morning, it could take all day, who knows what's going to happen. So let's just get into the video. So with regards to the electrics, pretty much got all of it from nomad.com. This is basically my wiring book. So I basically told them what I want in the van. They custom built the electrics for me, give me a quote, done all the wiring program, and sent it all out. And this is what we've got. So in here is a isolation switch for the solar panels. So the goal is cables to run down here, isolation switch, and then it will go into the charger, and then obviously the batteries will be here. Then we got basically a power switch. We have basically two fuse bars or buzz bars, two of them. Then we've got the DC to DC charger, heat shrink, 12 volt fuse board. Then we got our main fuse board, which I said in the last video it might be going up there in one of the overhead cupboards. So I'll run one cable from here straight up to the overhead cupboard. So that is my main consumer unit for my 240 volt. And then we also got my 500 inverter. So that's the main components for the electrics. Then they sent us some earthing cable, some red and black 10mm. We've got 6mm, 3mm, 1.5mm. These haven't got labels on, but they are, I don't know if you can see there, that is 25mm. And then this big boy is the 3 strand, which I'm guessing is the 240. So for my power sockets. Oh yeah, anyway, we got this cable also, which is 20mm. So that's pretty much everything they sent me in the box, along with all the screws, crimpons, fuses, literally everything you need they send out to you. Sweet, so I think I've almost got it. So obviously this is where all the power is going to be. We have this bundle of electrics here. This is, so everything's labeled. This is the water pump, so that's basically going up there, through the door, along here, and then pops out in the kitchen. This blue one then is so these 3 cables is 2 small ones, maxi fan, and then this is going from the inverter, which is going to be here, up to the fuse box. So from there it runs up here through the roof and then pops out here. So obviously these 3 cables is going to connect to the maxi fan, and then this area here is where the fuse board is going to be, and then pretty much my switches, so my 230 volt switches will all be ran from here. So obviously one's going to run down here, so I have a switch here, and one's going to run over here, and then I'm going to have a switch in the kitchen. And then I think that is pretty much it for the electrics, and I just need to get the lights done now. So it's 12:15. I think that is the pre-wiring done. I haven't got a clue, it's my first time. It's kind of a guesstimate, and hopefully it works at the end. So I'll show you what it looks like, and I won't be wiring it up straight away, so if you think something is wrong, then please chuck it in the comments. It'll be much appreciated. Before I wire everything up and then realize nothing works. So I'll take you a run through what I think the electrics is and how it's going to work. So yeah, we have the power unit here. We're going to have the batteries, solar panel will be coming down the corner into the isolator, MCCP. The 12 volt fuse board will be here, and then the main 230 volt fuse board will be here. So we've got the 3-core cable coming from the inverter up the wall across into the 230 fuse box, and that's where the 230 sockets are going to run from. So we have a socket here and then a socket in the kitchen over this side. These 3 cables is going to go from the 12 volt fuse board up here along, and then straight to the maxi fan. So the maxi fan's connected here. So that's those cables. Or we do have the water pump as well. So the water pump here is going up along the door, through here, and then down the wall, and the water pump will be down there in the kitchen. So that's those cables. I'm pretty happy with these ones. Like I said, it's nice and simple. It's going from the 12 volt fuse board to the appliance, from the 12 volt fuse board to the appliance, from the inverter to the fuse box. These cables, so we've got a 12 volt cables, and also a 3-core cable which will run from the fuse board and the inverter, and that's running along the wall, and it's going to pop up at the bottom there. Obviously one's going to be running the fridge, and the other one's just going to be a socket in that cupboard over there. And then this one then, so those three, again, it's going from the power thing straight to the appliance. The lights, so this is the confusing part. So the lights here, that's going to go from the 12-volt fuse board. Negative's going to run from the fuse board straight to the first light. The live is going to run from the 12-volt fuse board through here to a light switch. So we're going to have a light switch here, so as soon as I walk through the door, I'm able to turn the lights on. So it's going to be a light switch here where our live is going to be attached to, and then obviously from there, those cables are going to come up here and then to the lights. This is the confusing part now that I might need a hand with. So with the image, it's got so if I put a light here, a light will go here, live one end, negative the other. They get attached and then continue on to the next light, continue on to the next light, to the last one. And then the thing is, I'm going to have 2 rows of lights. So obviously I've got a line of cables here because they're going to run light, 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 and then light, light, light. What I think is these will just go straight back into the light switch. So the 2 lives will go straight into the light switch. So when I turn the light on, both sets of lights turn on. The negative, I'm not too sure what happens with the negative, because obviously the negative runs straight from the fuse board right the way up to the light. So I might have to put a junction box up here somewhere, so the negatives can attach, and then both negatives come into the one bar then. That's what I'm thinking. But like I said, if you know how it's going to work, so here are our batteries. So Fogstar Draft lithium batteries. So this is where they're going to go. So now it is basically build a frame around these so they don't move. They're not going to move, they're too heavy, but just to secure them in. And obviously everything else we built around these. So that is it for the end of Saturday. The goal today was to pre-wire, and I got that done, plus a little bit extra. So done the pre-wiring, and then I also made the background for the windows. So tomorrow, hopefully, I'm gonna somehow frame the windows, and then once that's done, then we can start not hurrying up, but hopefully the process will start getting a little more quicker. But yeah, I'm gonna head to the shops now, grab stuff for tomorrow, Sunday. Shop's open at 10 tomorrow, so I'd rather go there tonight, buy everything I need, and then tomorrow morning I can come in like 8 o'clock in the morning and just start getting on with the framing instead of waiting till 10, going to the shop, buying everything, and then coming back, probably waste an hour doing that. So gonna head out now, grab what I need for tomorrow, and then hopefully put us in a good step. But I have tackled small things also today, so I'll take you through that now. So yeah, if you watched my last video, you would have seen I used insulation foam in all the gaps along the wall, the wheel arches, etc. It is sound deadening and insulation spray foam. So once I finished all that, I had some left, so I just started filling the small holes along the van until it emptied. So also like these little holes along the door I've filled, and then hopefully I'll buy more tins, I'll remove all this rubbish insulation, and I'll do the same along this side also. So that's what I've just done. Just before I tidied up, I've swept the van, and this is pretty much what the van is looking like at the moment. So a couple of videos ago it was empty and it's somehow filled back up, but all the electrics are there, good to go. Batteries are there, wood to frame the batteries, and then start framing the frame to go around all the electrics. But tomorrow I'll probably drill holes in the back of the backboard, and then start feeding all these wires through, and then all that can be screwed back, and then hopefully start putting the electric stuff onto the board from there. Obviously boxes can just get thrown away. The windows, they're going to get framed. That colour there, that's going to be the same colour as all the roof as well. So yeah, that's the colour of the roof, and the rest of the walls are going to be white cladding. So walnut and white, that's the theme I'm going for in this van. And then this is the other side of the van. So tools, wood, solar panels with some plywood, window in the back there, that needs to be fitted, but it's too windy at the moment. If I put it on now, the wind will probably just blow it off or it'll move. Rubbish needs to go. I think that's pretty much it. And then obviously the bike is still here, so I can measure it whenever I need to measure stuff in the garage. But that's pretty much what the van is looking like. That is it for the pre-wiring video. Hope you enjoyed that video. Like I said, if you know a little bit more about the lights, then please chuck it in the comments box below. But also please hit this like button, and also subscribe if you haven't. Loads more videos to come. I'm trying to get a video out every Sunday all about this van build. So make sure you are subscribed, and I'll see you in next week's video.